Alrighty, and we're back with game two of this match between Boone and Joey. We've picked a more Zerg-sided map. There's an acceptable, pretty quick and acceptable rush on this map if you kind of know what you're doing. Um, it will involve getting some workers here to clear these mineral fields out, and then running a straight line. Alternatively, you can do an air rush on this map. Um, with some mutalisks. We saw Joey build a bunch of mutalisks last time. Hopefully, he does not burn as many lurkers as he did in our last game, because we did see him sacrifice 8 lurkers without using any abilities on them, which is unfortunate. Overall, though, very close match last time. StarCraft games get decided by a couple of decisions, a couple of mistakes, and we saw Boone kind of slip ahead just a little bit and carry his lead to a victory. It'll be very exciting to see what these players have in store for us this game. It was interesting seeing Boone go for a Void Ray Rush, the Protoss. It's a pretty solid strategy. But our players in the blind tournament did not have any insight into what they should be aiming for. So seeing Boone with a very succinct strategy, very impressive. Very impressed with that. We see Zerglings coming up and out already. Boone did not use any of his Nexus abilities the whole last game. We should hopefully see some chrono boosting this time if he remembers that he can do that. Again, it has been actually 8 years since the last time that he played this game, so it's possible that he was not quite ready. Unfortunately, the choice to grab a shortened map has confused Joey. Joey does not know where his opponent is. This is an unfortunate situation because it means that this rush that he had with these 6 Zerglings, which definitely 100% would have been enough. It is still currently, right now, enough. He's got 6 Zerglings up before this first Zealot's even in production. They're almost at the base. This could be a completely devastating attack right now, actually. Oh, don't go for that, Joey. You need to go kill the servos. You're never gonna kill that fast enough. You got 2 zealots coming up. We don't see Boone canceling to get his materials back. We do see these 2 zealots coming out, though. Oh, but the Zerglings are already in the mineral line. No, they're not in the mineral line. He's gone for a pylon instead. Uh-oh. You're choked. You're in a choke. Oh. That's okay. We don't expect super duper aggressive micromanaging out of these players at this point. That did cost the forward base for Boone, so hopefully we can see the forward base coming out for the Zerg. Gonna make that just a little bit faster. We're seeing the income right now is a little displaced. Joey's just a little bit behind, but he has taken significantly more resources away from Boone here with that destruction of the Nexus and the probe that we saw. Taking a look at some production, we've got the hatchery coming up here. Obviously, we've got a layer upgrade inbound, more Zerglings in production. We've got 18 Zerglings to 6 Zealots. This is a winning fight right now, but it won't be for much longer. Boone also a little confused about how this map operates. This is a fairly sophisticated map that we picked, trying to test how these players kind of deal with these particular situations. Joey is inbound again with 18 Zerglings now. This is enough to kill 8 Zealots if he plays properly. That's not it, though. Mm-mm. Oh, and they're getting shredded. Meat into the grinder. So that did cost Joey a little bit of his resource game that he was on. But it freed up a lot of supplies, so, you know, not particularly horrible. He's now got 10 Zealots up here. Is that what we're looking at? 9 Zealots. So we must have lost one there in that fight just now. But we got double gateway already out of this, and we're researching ground weapons, which makes me think that we're going for some kind of zealot into archons, maybe. All of which would be very solid, but with the roaches out, he's kind of already soft countered. Roaches are very, very strong against normal ground units. They attack super fast. They have a lot of damage. They're very tanky for the cost that they are. "11 roaches definitely beat 11 zealots if you're focus firing. If you're focus firing. We have not yet seen Joey micromanage his units particularly effectively. He's not bad with it, but there's a lot of room for improvement. And if he does manage to get those changes into his gameplay in the next couple minutes here, we'll see some pretty impressive development. This is only 9 of these zealots, which is not enough at all to fight the force that Joey has sitting here. This is way too many roaches. He's got more roaches on the way. He's got a queen right behind him. So these zealots are likely just into the meat grinder if he doesn't run them away when he realizes that he's outnumbered. We'll keep an eyeball on the loss tracker here when this fight starts. Joey with nothing in the tank for production really needs to be getting more workers out. He's fallen behind on income, or he's stayed behind on income, so he really needs to figure something out here because every minute he's running, he's losing more minerals, so he needs to kind of come up on this. Boone conservatively holding off on his attack. Can he see? He cannot see Joey here. So let's check out what the player cameras do. So, oh, he walks straight blind into the roaches. Horrible, horrible, horrible. That is unfortunately going to be a lot of losses. A lot of losses for the Protoss here. Yeah. Joey needed that. He needed to get a little bit of comeback on it. We got more Zealots coming out. We could see these roaches getting turned into Ravagers. If Joey builds Ravagers and actually uses their corrosive bile, Zealots will melt in front of him. He will never lose a fight ever again. It would be really, really cool to see that. It would be really cool for him to build a Spire and get some Mutalisks out. Do we have Mutalisks on the table? We got Mutalisks on the table. Look at that. This guy's psychic. Or just a fairly competent player, which we are kind of seeing. We are seeing that he's a fairly competent player. It's good that we've got such a solid, even matchup of players at this point. Nice to see. We see a fleet beacon going up for the Protoss. This could be pretty incredible. This could be a pretty incredible play. We could see some carriers coming out to complement these Zealots. That would be very, very strong. Mothership, not particularly good into Zerg because they have so many... Overlords are so easy to make. So they just can make these Overseers pretty regularly, have them sitting around. And they can detect from pretty far away, so... We see Joey on some advancing movement here. He's got 12 roaches to what looks like 12 Zealots, 4 Stalkers, and a Void Ray, all sitting clumped up over here-ish. That Void Ray is somewhere. Ooh, where's your Void Ray at? Oh, right here. Not doing anything particularly crazy with it at this point, but we could see him doing maybe a little bit of crazy action coming straight up to harass. It's a pretty significant force here. We got some corruptors up too. All right, we see this force on the move. This is still not enough to beat the force that we've got sitting over here. This force is just a little bit stronger. However, Joey is now in a worse position. He's going to get kind of seen here a little bit earlier, hopefully. We got the creep vision up. Oh, he hasn't reacted. He hasn't reacted. He needs to move. Joey, you're getting attacked. Joey, you're getting attacked. You move your army. Oh, no. Oh, but now he's got a wrap on. These zealots are pretty strong. He's got 1 and 1 up. That'll do it. That'll be enough. Mutalisks coming in clutch against these guys. They're not very good into the stalkers. We see these zealots coming back to harass a little bit more. He knows that he's got, as long as he can kill the mutalisks, he's kind of got this fight together. And 3 stalkers is enough to do it. So ooh, 3 void rays. He's got 3 corruptors though. So unfortunate. A little bit too many losses coming out of Joey here. He's got more units in production. He's got 6 more mutalisks coming in here in just a second, and another roach. He just didn't have weapons or his armor upgraded. And these units are just gonna die because they're getting produced on top of the main force. So and they're rallied too, so they're not even attacking right away. That's unfortunate. We do see him trade off for the other thing, but he's pretty significantly down in his resources. This is a hard game to recover from. Okay. We do see him starting to focus fire now. We were noticing him not doing... Okay, hold on. Well, he's recovered from the central force of the army. Unfortunately, he did not deal with the couple of zealots that were left on the ground. They got into the back mineral line, and that's kind of game. That'll wrap it up. We're done at that point. We've got triple income, way more supply. No way that he can make units realistically. These 6 stalkers can come in and clean up anything that's left, so that'll do it. Phoenix is very strong against mutalisks. They do extra damage to light air units, so yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it. Congratulations, Boone, on another successful victory, and for winning your match. You will advance on in the friendly tournament, and that was a great display. We saw some really good unit control. We saw really careful development of what you had. A very solid defense on some Zerglings early. Joey was a little bit caught out and didn't attack the mineral line as effectively as he could have. And that led to his early aggression not really carrying him across the finish line. But yeah, a great showing. A great showing.